5. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Keenum now on 1st down. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Keenum. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Left.
Mahomes now on 1st down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Mahomes now 8 of 8 throwing the ball in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chief. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Throwing now is Mahomes. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the kick by Butker is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. And they'll go on the ground. Room here to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And his his throw here's incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and now it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
To throw is Keenum. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Down.
Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do snap it to Keenum. And he finds Julius Thomas. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 52.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Forced out to his left. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Roger.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Keenum on first down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Now on the return, Brendan Langley. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24. 4-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Roger.
Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. Now he'll escape to his left, and it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here goes the high. Like 20. No. Roger. 22. 22. Down. Like 52. Shift. Roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Here's Keenum. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Vance Joseph can hardly bear to watch. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Harris has it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Here's a carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. This is caught. Watkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Kelsey out in the slot right. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Black 58 rail. Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it with Williams. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Hut, hut, hut. Hut, hut.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Welcome back now to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Keenum. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. There we go. Green 39.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first down throw. Keenum. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Keenum now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Ware. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Pro Bowler, Chris Harris, is in on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And on the ground they go with a running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight, but I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out come the Chiefs now. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day when we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Let's go. Let's go.
They run again with Ware. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Kansas City, it'll be a fun.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.